Hey guys, this is Simon with ToughTrader.com. Wanted to do just a really interesting note today. Wanted to kind of point it out because I think it would help a lot of traders, which is what do you do when NQ is not cooperating with ES, and how can you tell early that there's a problem? And so that's all I'm going to cover in this video. It's going to be really short and sweet. The day started off really nicely. We gapped up. It looked like we could have run to the upside, and then bam, we ran into problems. Huge rollover. ES ended up coming in and filling the gap. NQ more than shot the gap. And so what I want to help people understand is, when could have you told there was a problem? And this happens rarely. We've had 3 examples of this year, and so it's worth noting and putting into your kind of your mental encyclopedia and into your journals so you can mark it out. So let's kind of jump over to the video really quick, and here it is. And you can see, here we are, that we started off the day, and I'm going to start dragging this over. Okay, so let's see. Here's the open. Okay, and so we had a couple clues off the open that there was an issue. I want to pause it right here. This is ES. We're trading at 24.66. This is NQ. This is opening at, heck, I can't read it, but I think it's 58.84. Okay, now, this is an unusual open if you're looking for an open drive higher, right? And let me show you why that is, and I can do it really quickly, actually. Let me grab another chart over here so that we have a quick comparison. Here we go. Let's maximize this. And let's go with, okay, this was our the day where we open drove higher and went. First of all, these are 15-minute bars. Let's correct that to a 5-minute bar. There we go. So if you look at the open on this particular day where we had the open drive higher, which is back on Tuesday, notice the first 2 green bars, 1, 2, completely solid, straight up, right? Gap, no dancing around the opening print. That's the opening print right there, straight up. Now go look at same day NQ. Oh, I missed it, but here we go. Wow, I really missed the mark. Let's go back a little bit here. And hasn't NQ been a beast this week? So again, look, open. First 2 bars, clear drive higher, right? There's no question. There's no dilly-dally. Here's the opening print on NQ. It looks identical to ES. Now, let's go back to what we have here. Look at ES. First 5-minute bar doesn't close at the high. Dances around, right? NQ is below its opening print. ES is below its opening print. Now, this doesn't mean that the market's going to go directly lower, right? What we're trying to do is I'll call it a day trading artist, right? We're trying to take diverse elements. We're using tick, right? That's the NYSE tick over here. We're using the opening print. We're using prior day's high and lows, right? And then most importantly, we're using where are the institutional traders hiding, because that's where we want to use them to get help to make our trades, right? We want them to help defend our position and push it in the direction we're trying to make the market work. So the first thing you'll notice is we don't have any zones. We have no zones above, and we have 2 zones, one in NQ, one in ES below, okay? So as we progress through here, right, it's really important that you shift as a trader. I want you to visualize this. Instead of hoping the market will do what you want it to do, look at the market and ask, what is it actually doing? And the first thing you would say is, there's a problem with NQ, right? Now, what you want is for ES and NQ to be in alignment, like we had on Tuesday, like I just showed you, right? So watch as you advance through here. Now look, this is interesting. ES is pushing up and NQ is pushing down. Again, not a market in alignment. Tick is coming down. There's a lot of conflicting information. Guess what I do? There's only one thing for me to do. I'm sitting right here at 58.45 looking for a long, okay? I'm not looking to short here. I'm not guessing which way it's going to go. Again, I'm combining 2 things. I'm looking at the elements, and I know where the institutional traders are waiting, right? So I'm going to come through. I want to show you. So see right there? I want to back it up just a drop. See how we just came back through? Look on the right-hand side there. I'm right over here. See how we came? Now, I didn't get filled. I don't have a problem telling people that. I was looking long to get long at 58.55. It went 58.55 and a quarter was the low. and I don't care. Let me tell you, I come in every single day and I know I'm going to have high odds of getting a great trade location, right? This didn't fill. Now, look at this. This is interesting. Now we've come back. We've tagged where the institutional traders are sitting, and ES is holding up here. Now the picture's changing a little bit, right? Because we've really started to pull down on NQ, not on ES, and we're back to a zero tick on the NYSE. Now watch what happens here. Look at this push. Okay, I want to go back. This push, one bar, right? One 5-minute bar covers the entire range. Immediately I'm going to the volume profile to show where resistance is or isn't. So I want to stop here. We've consolidated above the opening print. This is a very bullish bar. I expect follow through after a bar like this. I'm no longer thinking there's a problem. But what I don't want at this point is I don't want the market to pull back below the opening print for NQ. If it's bullish, we won't pull back. Okay, so let's roll through it here. Now, I'm not looking to short up here, and let me tell you why really quickly. These are not areas where institutions are hiding, right? This is all areas where local day traders trade. They have weaker hands, and I can't count on them to stop them in one particular place. Sometimes they'll stop at the prior day's high, sometimes Globex high, sometimes the NVPOC, sometimes the open gap, sometimes none of them. I have to have a very high win rate, and I can't be certain that I can rely on these guys at these locations. I do nothing. Plus, I've got NQ working out for me, right? So now, what I'm looking for at this point is a 50-60 back on ES or NQ. And what you're going to see here, there we go. See that first pullback? Right into the 50 retrace. See that right there? Look how there's no pullback in ES. I expect 50% of this bar to hold. I expect NQ to come back up and retest into Tuesday's high, the open gap, and Thursday's high, just like we've done in ES, right? So here's where my first hint of a problem comes. Now watch, we push up, and all of a sudden, we've come back to the 62 retrace. Not a problem yet, right? We're still holding above the opening print. Okay, right there. I want to go back one bar here. See if I can get back to it. Right here, and you can see me circling it for the room. There is a problem. I am putting out a mayday right here. If we close below 58.87 and we close behind that 62 retrace, it tells me immediately there is a problem, not necessarily to short, right? Not necessarily to short, but to watch out for ES and watch out below. There was a severe drop to the downside. I think I even captured it in a video here. I put up a picture of this, but now I'm pointing out, I'm like, look at this bar. If we break this low, it is all over for both ES and NQ. I have not seen one example where ES has gotten back above its, NQ's gotten back above its opening print, then proceeds to push a new low where the market hasn't taken a nasty swing to the downside, right? Sometimes very dramatic. So here we go. Right here, everyone in the room, I say ES and NQ are in trouble. And knowing this is so valuable, guys. Why? Even if you're not short, right? You know not to sit there and fight the market. Now, immediately what I'm going to do is roll back and say, I'm looking for 24.40, 50 to get long. Okay? That is my long location. And I've waved off the second touch of the white zone here, the 58.45. Why? It should have never gotten back here. I know better than to take a trade in that situation. That's what 20 years of trading experience helps you with, and one of the greatest values of the mentoring room, right? So let's roll this forward. You know what I was going to show you? It's right there. Okay, this day I did show it in the room. So this goes back to 6/9 of this year, and what you're going to see here, see right here, I've marked this off. NQ hits a new low for the day. ES is still near the high, and look at the rollover, right? So that goes back to June 9th, right? I wanted to show that this looked extremely similar. We got a break, we pushed to a new high in NQ, all of a sudden it rolls over at 10:30. Push over here, look at, we're right in this 10:30 slot right here. Watch the rollover come now. Push down. Now, I'm going to stop right here. See here, we're having tick divergence here, and I want to get long, okay? I want to stress something about my trading style. I let the market come to me. I don't chase it. I don't run out. Why? That keeps me in a high odds position. Now, I have a conflict. Tick divergence is also a high odds entry for me. It's been working beautifully the last 2 weeks. I choose to wait for the top of the zone. I'm going to advance it. Come down. There's the top. You can see the top. You can see the tick divergence. I pointed it out in the live mentoring room. Now watch the response here. Now understand, white zone's now busted on NQ. Backside of the white zone is where I get my next trade to go to the short side. You're going to see it push. Now watch this. Up, up, up. So there's the response from the tick divergence. We're pushing up. There's your push into the white zone. I want to do this again. Push up into the white zone, reject, and roll right down. This roll right here, this little push right here, now this is the first rejection. This push right here comes from 58.38 all the way down to 58.28. That's 10 points. That's $200 a contract. And you had fantastic place to go look for location. Right now, if you'll look at the end of the day, and I'm going to wrap it up here, I'm not going to go all the way through. We pushed one more time to 58.44, and now if you'll look at where we closed, look where NQ, right? So look where we ended up rolling over off the end of the day. And then with regards to ES, never had great short location on that. Wasn't necessarily looking for it. This was high tick of the afternoon, guys. Members in the room, you might want to watch that. And that gave us the clue for the rollover to the downside. And at any rate, when you recognize that something's wrong in the price action, when you have key areas to take advantage of, it lets you make money on a consistent daily basis. That's what Tough Trader is all about. That's what I'm all about, is moving traders from guessing at the market to having high odds location where you can focus on price action at the location, your risk control at the location, right? And then not spend all day long racking your brain trying to figure out every little tick and every little move. And this way you can have a common approach every day when you come into the market, and you can figure out how to consistently pull money out of the market for that day. My name is Simon. I'm at toughtrader.com, and I am going to look forward to helping a bunch of you make more money in the markets. Y'all have a great night, great weekend, guys. Talk to y'all later. Oh, before I finish this, I don't think I did this, so I'm going to insert it here. I didn't do it at the beginning. This is for educational purposes only. Past performance is not indicative of future results. And if you'd like to take a moment to read the entire disclaimer, there you have it. But once again, I want to make sure this is for educational purposes only. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Anyone can learn how to trade, right? Anyone can learn how to trade, but you have to do it in a disciplined, structured manner if you want to be consistent, guys. And I know everyone out there is capable of doing that. You just got to want the end result, meaning the result from following process and being disciplined, more than you have to want to click that stupid mouse, right? And that's how you make money in the market. Have a great day, guys.